What's going on, folks? Welcome back to Brushless Home DIY. This here is a lawnmower from Kobalt. I'm going to show you the features of this machine, look at its performance, and compare the pros and cons that will help you decide whether you should get it or go for another model. I'm also going to show you a few features that you should take a look at when selecting a lawnmower. And if you love the content that you see here, like and subscribe to the channel for more home DIY solutions. As always, thank you for watching. When it comes to selecting your own lawnmower, the first thing to keep in mind is that what you want to do is cut the grass in your lawn. And therefore, what quality are you after? And what number of cycles will that need monthly? Which at the end of the day, leads to how much money to spend. You can rely on landscaping services and avoid the cost of getting a lawnmower and its maintenance. Or you can be a do-it-yourself guy like me. Sometimes the more money you spend, the better quality you get, but it's not always directly proportional. So doing a research will give you a proper understanding of it. From your price range, take a look at the maximum power you can get from the machine and compare that with the amount of work you intend to do, that is in area size and field conditions. You can always examine the rate of doing work in terms of the machine's horsepower, the operating time, and the battery voltage capacity. Allow me to take you aside for a few calculations that can be of use. As you know, the battery powers the motor that spins the blade. Therefore, the battery capacity will influence the motor capacity too, hence the cutting strength of your mower. To get the motor power, that translates to the torque equivalent to the blade cutting strength. Multiply the battery voltage to the rated current on the machine. That will give you the wattage of the motor. Next thing, find the horsepower and convert that to the torque that will give you the cutting strength of your mower. So sometimes when you are operating your mower, if you see that it keeps stalling or it keeps going off when you try cutting some grass, that will tell you that that mower doesn't have enough torque or the motor that doesn't generate enough torque to keep pushing the blade through that grass. I recently saw that this mower has a lot of bad reviews for stalling during a cut, or it keeps going off as I told you. So establishing the machine's cutting strength or torque will help in selecting a strong machine. Other factors to take a look at when selecting your mower are the blade cut diameter, you have the startup type, the height adjustment levels, self-propulsion feature, and how the handle folds and unfolds. Now this machine comes with 3 manuals, one for the batteries, the mower, and the charger. Always take a look at the manual before operating your machine, that is for safety and operational procedures. At this point you also have the power pack, and it is a dual battery pack with a 48 volts total capacity and a charger. Always recharge the batteries before starting the mower, and that is to ensure that you are starting on a full battery. According to the machine specification, the expected charging time was approximately 1 hour, but note that these may vary depending on your power source. Once full, the green light stops blinking, and you can check the battery status by pressing this battery icon right here. At this point you have the battery compartment, and it connects both batteries to provide the total 48 volts capacity. Now the mower comes with a one handle adjustment, which makes the unfolding process easier. On previous mowers, you had 2 handles to one hitch, and it made the process hard, at times requiring an extra hand. This mower is equipped with a 20 inches long blade, and in case you know the size of your yard, it can help you determine the number of runs to make. Then at this point you also have the grass collection bag, and the trick is to keep emptying it so that your mower doesn't leave a grass strip as you mow. You also have the mulching kit, which goes in place of the grass collecting bag. This works best in case you want to just mow the grass but leave it for mulching. The side discharge kit discharges mowed materials to the side. That is for maybe litter collection. Let us now take a look at its performance. So go ahead and install the batteries and switch to your desired height. We will examine the machine's strength and why the brushless motor come to action. And we are also going to review the stalling problem that has been reported by many users. So start the machine by pressing the start button and hold back the operation lever. As you can hear, the noise level from the machine is within appropriate standard, not that high on comparing it to a gas-powered mower. On the contrary, it is not too low for what I expected of an electric machine. So with this, I'm not sure if the noise comes from the blade beating the air or it is part of the motor operation. So I think that is an area they can improve on. Now, another thing to note is that your operation speed is going to be affected by the height of the grass you are mowing and also its moisture content. And something else is that faster speeds may choke the mower and cause it to stall due to an overload on the blade. And it can also result in your mower leaving grass strips as you mow. The deck height, that is the height from the grass to the mower, can cause the grass not to collect in the collection bag. So ensure that the deck touches the top of the grass. This will keep the draft of air within the blade chamber and channel the grass to the collection bag. Another important feature in this machine is the brushless motor, which among the many advantages it has is that it improves the operation efficiency. So the way this works is that it centers the load capacity on the blade and turns the machine off. So in case there is an overload on the blade, that is if you hit a rock or if you hit a stump, it's going to switch off the machine. So that way there is a guaranteed safety measure that this brings. Now, a downfall to this is that a more sensitive motor can result in frequent stalling of your mower. The machine also comes with a self-propulsion feature, which drives the mower and reduces the force needed to push the mower. You can use it when walking on uneven ground that may require an extra push on the mower. You have the blue lever behind the pushing handle, and it is what activates the propulsion feature. This knob is what controls the operation speed. The white part you see here is the self-propulsion motor, which drives the rear wheels. So even though this works great, it will eventually reduce the operating time of the machine as it requires power too. So after using this machine for a month, this is what I can say about it. The noise level from the machine is excellent. It works best on a level ground, and the grass height should be shorter, otherwise you will have to do several runs on a given spot. That is to prevent it from being choked and result in stalling. The self-propulsion feature works best on short grass, so consider selecting the appropriate deck height. Another thing is that the operating time is excellent. On my case, I got 60 minutes, approximately 6 minutes while working on it or while using it. although this will depend on the type of grass that you have and the size of your yard. The machine is lighter compared to others such as the Ryobi that I've been using. So this can really do a good job in case you have to lift the machine into your car or into a different height. Another thing is that the foldable handle allows space conservation, that is through the vertical storage that you see here. The downside of the machine is the cutting strength from it or the operation power. Comparing the machines to the ones I have previously used, such as the 40 volts Ryobi, its power is average and it doesn't work based on high moisture content grass. Several times it kept stalling and I had to restart it. This can be an headache if you want a continuous operation. And the remedy to this is to start on a higher height position and do more runs as you reduce the height. Another thing is to ensure that you are operating the machine on a dry weather and low moisture content grass. But if it doesn't work for you, consider another machine with more power and more battery capacity. The downside of the self-propulsion feature is that it reduces the operating time of the machines, since it requires power from the battery. That's all I can say about this machine. You have seen the machine, its highs and lows, and I hope this video has given you the information you seek. So to this point, thank you for watching, and as I said, if you love the content that you see here, subscribe to the channel and like the video. Alright, till next time guys, thank you.